Hey Dana, and welcome to my vlog. This one's going to be around the house. I've just received, this is an electric water valve, or it could be air, it could be anything that's got to do with viscosity or regardless, but it's a slow opening and slow closing valve. Now what it's going to be, what you're going to see next is I'm going to be installing this on my geothermal, because it is of course a water system, and I have it hooked up to my well, so the water comes from the well and goes through the geothermal system. Now what I have right now is a very rapid closing valve, and it hammers, unfortunately, the water coming into the house. So what I did over a period of time is I added hammer valves to keep the water from hammering, but the best way to do it is to get a slow closing valve. Now I just got this today. I ordered it off of eBay through Ecotech, and it's a half inch valve, and they charged me $54 for it. So stay tuned, you'll be watching me replace this valve. Hey, Dana here, welcome to my vlog. Today I got to put on my plumbing hat, because I'm going to change over my geothermals inlet water from a quick shut-off valve to a slow shut-off valve. What you're looking at is a geothermal unit, and that converts water into heat and then sends that through the house. And what I've had on here for many years is a quick closing shut-off valve, and I should have had a slow closing valve, which I had on here originally. Unfortunately, it failed, or I shut the water off, and that's all that is. And what that does is, inside here there's a little piston, and when it's activated, it pops up, opens up, and lets your water in. When it's done, power goes off, this automatic plunger shuts down and shuts the water off. Well, it shuts off at such a rapid rate that, you got 70 psi coming through here, and it hammers. Well, what I wound up doing is putting in little anti-hammer devices, and I got one there, and it comes in on a half, and that helps. And there's another one in the very end down here as well. It works, because when it does, your bladder pressure tank takes up the rest of the change in pressure when it comes in from outside. I've got also the water's coming in, goes through a filter, and then comes up and goes across, comes back down, and then goes into the geo. The geo is gravity fed beyond here, so that doesn't affect the geo any. It just affects your inlet. So what I got to do today is change this out with a slow closing. It takes about 4 seconds, ball valve, and that will take care of any hammering. And hammering's bad for everything. So I've just been lazy. I should change this thing years ago, but I really don't want to spend the back then they were like $200 or $300 for a slow closing valve, and nowadays they're only like 50, 60 bucks for a good one. So stay tuned, watch me change this out. So I gotta go from Alright. That one. Get this out of my way. I've got the system set up so I have a forced air, which is oil burner, and then the GL as the primary. Pressure on that line. Yeah. Okay. Clean here. Here I got noise upstairs. Okay. The garage. Do that. It's a nice, beautiful, blustery winter's day. 11th of March, 2017. Now I got a garage to work in. Like I said, tons of stuff to do what I need to do. So right now, this is where I'm at. I got taking the valve off of there, off of this one here, off of it's a 1/2 inch. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to install this one here. This really doesn't make a difference as to what direction it's flowing, because when you open it up, it's flowing anyway. So it's still pretty chilly out here. Next thing you gotta do is get the plumber's tape, put it on there. This has had it already. So when you're clockwise tightening it, you want to make sure that you got your plumber's tape clockwise. So when you tighten it down, it's actually tightening it down. Now, some you can just use the paste. The paste that can use too. I'm gonna go that way. There we go. Snug that. I'm gonna go around again. Whew, man, a 17-degree day out here. Beautiful. What size it is. Okay. Clear. Hey. Straight up and down. Beautiful. Whew. Rain's cold. Alright, that takes care of that one. That, like that. That. Next. I need to get the 1/2-inch adapter off of here. Okay. Man. I spent time in Alaska and that really messed up my fingers. I get where we go. Wow. Looking in here, it's pretty black. And but that's good. At least it's not a buildup of calcium or anything. Go again. That valve. This valve is about 1/2 inch shorter. Which could have an effect. Make sure put it on here, right? go. Okay, here we are. We have the new